The first time Kethra of the Dragon Dominion saw the human, she laughed. Not a soft laugh, no. A sharp, metallic, pride-dripping sound that echoed through the imperial hall like a blade striking armor. You brought this creature for the Royal Guard trials. She hissed, wings flaring, crystalline scales catching the blue torchlight. He looks like he's one solar cycle away from collapsing. The creature in question, Marcus Hale, retired human veteran of the Terran Expeditionary Forces, didn't look up. He was busy adjusting the worn strap of his utility vest, the one he had carried through 7 campaigns. He had seen death on worlds where Kethra could not even survive the atmosphere. He ignored her. And for Kethra, that was the real insult. "Look at me when I address you, human," she demanded. Marcus exhaled. "Kid, I'm too old to waste energy on ego contests. I'm here because your Dominion called for off-world veterans. That's all." The hall fell silent. Calling a draconic noble kid was like calling a plasma bomb cute. Kethra's eyes lit with a predator's challenge. But before she could strike, Commander Rotter cut in. "Enough. The Empress will judge. Not you." Kethra's wings folded, but her glare did not soften. Marcus walked past her as if walking past a gust of warm air, and that was the moment the Dominion's entire future began to shift. The trials begin there. Dominion was desperate. For years they had fought the void-born shadow organisms that devoured light, heat, and life. The Draken warriors were mighty, but their pride made them predictable, and the void-born adapted quickly. The Empress issued a rare decree: seek warriors beyond our stars. Humans were not the first choice, but humans volunteered anyway. Marcus was assigned to Kethra's combat group. She hated it instantly. "You will slow us down," she told him. "You talk a lot," Marcus replied. "You breathe too loudly." Still talking, Kethra's squad mates snickered. A human daring to banter with a dragon princess. Impossible, but Marcus wasn't trying to impress anyone. He was simply tired of war, tired of loss, and even more tired of arrogant rookies who believed bloodline mattered more than experience. When the first trial began, a simulated battlefield constructed from force fields and hard light, Marcus walked in with steady steps. Kethra launched ahead, wings slicing through the air. "Stay behind me, human." Marcus didn't listen. When energy constructs formed void-born replicas, Kethra rushed in with blazing claws. Her attacks were spectacular, beautiful, and entirely the wrong tactic. Marcus sighed, and then he moved, not with speed, but with precision. One shot to the left eye of the construct. One strike to the energy core behind its ribs. One step pivot to avoid its counterlunge. Kethra landed beside him, panting from exertion. "You fought them before," she murmured. Marcus didn't answer. He didn't need to. The score screens illuminated. Kethra, 68% efficiency. Marcus Hale, 97%. The hall erupted in whispers. A human outperformed a noble princess. Kethra's face flushed with heat. "This means nothing," she hissed. "You just got lucky." Marcus walked past her again. "Kid, luck doesn't last 30 years. Pride cracks over the next week. The gap grew. Obstacle trials. Marcus outran half the dragons not because he was faster, but because he conserved momentum. Weapons trials. Marcus disassembled, fixed, and improved Dominion blasters in minutes. Leadership trials. Marcus produced strategies that left instructors speechless. Kethra could feel her pride cracking like fragile scale. Every night she replayed the day's failures. Why can't I beat him? I'm a draconic elite. He's just a human, just a mortal. But the more she watched him work, the more the truth whispered. He didn't fight to prove anything. He fought like someone who had nothing left to prove. That terrified her. Asterisk. The invasion, the real test, came without warning. A Dominion station went dark, devoured by void. The Empress deployed all trainees to the perimeter. Marcus arrived last. He had been briefing rookies on Voidborn attack patterns. Kethra watched him, unsure whether she hated him or respected him, probably both, as the Voidborn stormed the station. The Draken warriors charged in waves, claws blazing, wings thrashing. The first wave fell. The second broke. The Voidborn adapted faster than expected. Kethra's squad was surrounded. Panicked rookies fired wildly. Kethra fought like a cornered flame. But the creatures kept coming. Then a shock grenade rolled in. WHUMP. The corridor flashed with compressed light. Marcus stood there. Rifles steady. Your formation is a mess, he said. Fall back behind me. You can't order me. Kethra snapped. Do you want to live? She hesitated. A Voidborn lunged. Marcus shoved her aside and took the impact head-on. The creature's shadow tendrils slashed across his armor. Kethra gasped. Why would you less talk? More killing. He fought like a man who'd buried too many friends. Every motion was brutal efficiency. Every shot was a lesson. Every step protected someone else. Kethra joined him this time, matching his rhythm, not resisting it. For the first time, they fought as one, and the Voidborn fell. Asterisk. After the battle, the battlefield smoldered with scorched metal and dissipating shadow. Marcus collapsed to one knee. Exhausted, Kethra approached him quietly. You saved my life. I save everyone's life, kid. It's called teamwork. She looked away. No snarl. No taunt. Just silence. I misjudged you, she whispered. Marcus smirked. You think? The Empress arrives when the Dominion flags unfurled and the Imperial Guard saluted. Kethra stood among the survivors. The Empress herself descended, wings spanning 20 meters, shimmering like galaxies trapped in crystal. Her presence silenced the wind. She inspected the warriors one by one, until her gaze landed on Marcus. Her eyes widened. You. She stepped closer. The guard stiffened. Empress? Kethra asked. The Empress touched the old scars on Marcus's arm. These marks, they are from the siege of Black Forge. Marcus nodded quietly. Every Draken warrior gasped. The Black Forge siege was legendary, considered unwinnable. Dragons told stories of it to frighten hatchlings. And here stood a human who had survived it. The Empress rose to her full height. Her voice shook the banners. All of the Dominion will revere this warrior. Treat him not as an outsider, but as one of our own. Kethra's jaw dropped. Revere him. Her, a princess. The Empress continued. And you, my daughter, learn from him. His experience may one day save our entire race. Kethra bowed deeply, not out of obligation, but out of genuine respect. Marcus scratched the back of his neck. Appreciate it, Your Majesty, but I'm just an old soldier. The Empress smiled. Old soldiers built empires. Asterisk. The dragon woman changes after that decree. Everything changed. Kethra treated Marcus with a respect bordering on awe, though she hid it under light sarcasm. You walk too slow, she said. I'm old. I'll slow down for you. She trained with him every morning, studied human tactics, listened to his stories, and discovered something shocking. Humans were powerful not because of claws or wings, but because they learned, adapted, endured. "I thought humans were weak," she admitted one night. Marcus shrugged. "We are, but we keep going anyway." Kethra stared at him with newfound admiration. "That," she said, "is strength." The final test, their final mission: breach the void-born nest and destroy its core. Marcus formulated the plan. Kethra executed it with deadly grace. When they reached the core chamber, a colossal Void Lord emerged, bigger than any recorded. Kethra froze for half a heartbeat. Marcus stepped forward. "On my signal," he said. She nodded. He charged first. She followed without hesitation. Together, human precision and draconic fury, they struck the core. The chamber exploded in light. The void-born network collapsed. The Dominion was saved. Asterisk, a new legend when they emerged, scorched and limping. The Empress awaited them. Kethra approached Marcus with a half-smile. "Human," she said, voice softer than he'd ever heard. "I mocked you once. You did. I regret it," he chuckled. "Good. You were annoying." She laughed genuinely this time. Later that day, bards began writing new songs. Stories spread like wildfire across the Dominion. The dragon woman who mocked the human veteran and became his greatest student. But to Marcus, she wasn't a student anymore. She was a partner, a warrior, a future leader who would carry his lessons long after he was gone. And to Kethra, he wasn't just a veteran. He was the warrior her Empress told her to revere, the one who showed her what true strength looked like. Asterisk,